TARDIS tutorial. This time we're running Nitro-9, and if you don't know Nitro-9, it's from the classic series, from the 7th Doctor's run, and basically his companion Ace made her own explosives, which is a bit sus, but yeah, made them from deodorant cans apparently, which is innovative, I guess. But yeah, I mean, they're just kind of explosives. So I thought it'd be neat, you know, to make my own version. Okay, so we can take the item and we can spawn it in just by putting in our offhand. And you kind of saw the creeper for a second. This does rely on creepers, but yeah, you can see it kind of has the general shape if you've seen it on the show or even in the Dalek mod. I think they had it for a while. They might still have it, I don't really remember. But yeah, there's kind of two ways you can light this now. You can either use a flint and steel, which I didn't have on me for some reason, but there we go. And you can see that it'll explode, and it'll actually spread around some effects, and these effects are poison and invisibility, and you get them for about 30 seconds, like that. And I didn't think this through, did I? I ran out of Nitro-9s, and yeah, you can't even see me. Alright, that's better. I've got 64 of them now, so let's place another one, and yeah, I mean, you can light it with flint and steel, and it'll ignite in a few seconds. It's just like igniting a creeper, because that's exactly what you're doing. But your second option, and arguably more efficient, is using the sonic screwdriver, because as you'll know, it has a creeper igniting function. At least in this map it does, but if you use that, you can actually light multiple of these at once. So you'll know with the sonic screwdriver you need to be looking at whatever mob you're trying to do something to, so in this case the creeper. So if I line them all up like this and then activate my sonic screwdriver facing straight forward, not at the actual thing itself, I don't think that works. We can see that, yeah, no, you need to be looking kind of up towards it, almost like face level from where the creeper's face would be, but you can activate all of these at once. And it killed a couple of them from the explosion damage, but, you know, like 2 or 3 of them, as you can see, have actually properly exploded. But if you, like, space these out, you can, in theory, just do, like, a line of them and they wouldn't kill each other. I probably haven't spaced them out enough, but, I mean, if we try this... I mean, yeah, that works somewhat decently. I killed that one, but I mean, yeah, you can place these virtually anywhere. You can get them floating, which is just a weird side effect. Yeah, and obviously they'll still drop gunpowder if you have your mob drops on. I usually don't, but you know. Okay, so yeah, I'm poisoned, which is not great because I'm on half a heart. But even if I had full hearts, so let's just do this. Effect give 2 instant health 2, that's not 2, but whatever. But yeah, even at instant health, I'm probably going to die if I'm anywhere near this. So it's creeper, but it's got no AI, obviously, because it's supposed to look like a block, but yeah. So if I were to light this, and even if I went like a certain distance away, like you'd expect me to not take much damage that distance away, but I still did, and that's just because these things actually have a pretty intense range, about twice as much as a normal creeper. So yeah, like if you're standing like right next to these things, you're probably gonna die. If you light it either way, yeah, blown up by Nitro-9. And just in case you were wondering, I want to see how this goes up against a Dalek. So there we go. And we can just do that, and then we can sonic screwdriver it. There you go, Dalek gets flung into the air and given probably the poison effect, since it stepped through the poison. And then we can do is just maybe do like a couple more here and there. We got our guy. Got him. So how does this all work? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Right here we have a repeat always active command block, and this is executing if the entity at A with inventory of a iron ingot in their offhand slot with the name Nitro-9. So yeah, that's pretty standard. It's just if you have this item, the Nitro-9 iron ingot in your offhand, then it'll activate this. And then these two are pretty important. You need to execute at that very same player with that in their offhand, run, summon, creeper, custom name visible 0, custom name Nitro-9, no AI, silent, and explosion radius. Now the explosion radius you can change to whatever you want. Like I said, this is twice as much as a normal creeper, and a creeper would have an explosion radius of 3. So you can change this to whatever you want, and if a player or any entities within that radius, they're going to get hurt from the explosion. And then this command block here is just clear from that same player the iron ingot with the name Nitro-9. It's just clearing one of those from their inventory to replicate the item getting used up. And it's kind of important in that you have to have it summon the creeper before you run this command, because if you don't, then it's going to remove the item before summoning the creeper. And if you only had one of these items in your inventory, then it's gonna remove it before summoning the creeper, so yeah, it can't summon the creeper. But if you had multiple, it would be able to. I think that's been a problem with a couple of other entities, but yeah, as long as you put them in this order, summoning before removing, you should be fine. In terms of like getting the appearance right and getting the status effects, that would be run by these three. So these are all repeat and always active, and this one is executing at the entity called Nitro-9, run, summon, falling block, which has the block state of gray candle, and then otherwise it's just this normal stuff. And yeah, that gives it the appearance of the candle, obviously, and then the other part of that is just effect give Nitro-9 invisibility for 30 seconds. And why 30 seconds specifically? Because when it explodes, obviously it spreads the effect as like a lingering potion, which is just what creepers do, so I just thought 30 seconds wasn't too OP. Although I guess in retrospect I could probably make it a bit smaller, maybe make it just like go for 1 second so that the players or entities who get exploded don't like get a long effect, because I didn't really want them to get the effect at all. That's just kind of a side effect. The effect I did want them to get, though, because this kind of gave me the idea, was to give them a poison effect, so that you could maybe inflict a bit more damage. And obviously you can do whatever effect you want for whatever amount of time and whatever amplifier you want. And you can even have the particles show up or not, whatever you wish. But whatever you inflict on the creeper will then transfer to that lingering potion, therefore affecting anything that survives the explosion pretty much. So yeah, it could be kind of interesting to apply some kind of other effect, really whatever you want, but I thought poison would work well, and I'm glad that I changed that so that the invisibility doesn't really factor in anymore. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Let's test it out one last time. So yeah, let's just test it out one last time. I want to go against a Dalek again. So yeah, hello friend. Man, it's going to come after me, but if I place a Nitro-9 in its path, and then as it kind of walks forward, blow it up. Oh no, I did it too close to me. Oh, and it's still alive, darn it. Okay, let's try to get it to come over here, without killing me, preferably. Let's lay a couple of these in its path, so that hopefully it will step on them and then get blown up. Oh no! I think we also blew up the one that was right next to us, which wasn't really my intention, but yeah. So be careful when you have multiple of these, I guess, would be a fair enough assumption to make. Not really. Oh no! I'm dumb. I need to stop doing that and be a bit more careful where I place my Nitro-9. Let's see, is there any more? I think it all got blown up. Alright, Dalek, prepare to be destroyed. Let's see if it can take us. Alright, we kind of blew ourselves up a little bit too. That's a bit of a problem, but let's just try this one more time. We need to get out of range of this explosion. And hey, that kind of worked. But yeah, you can use this as, well, an explosive, as you can imagine, and obviously if you had mob griefing on, it would do damage to the surrounding blocks, but I don't have mob griefing on currently, so yeah. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. This has been my tutorial for Nitro-9. I have been Tbo2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tbo2IT, to follow my Twitter, which is also Tbo2IT, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.